As I mentioned, we'll build an entire application in this module. We'll build this shop application, a shop where you can both offer your own products as well as shop for products, add them to a cart, and then place an order. Now, for that, we'll need a couple of screens. And one very important screen, which we'll obviously have in this application, where I also then want to have a side drawer, but more on that in a second. One important screen which we'll definitely need is a screen that shows all our products of this shop. And there I want to have a little grid where we can have our products in there like this. Obviously, we'll probably have real boxes and not ugly ones like this one. So we want to have that shop overview screen here in the application where we can simply see a list of the products that exist. I also want to add a feature where we can favorite products with a little heart icon which we can tap, and if we tap it, it gets filled. And then here at the top, I also want to have a filter, some icon which allows me to set a filter to only show favorite or all products. So this little feature here, so that we can filter our products and save them as favorites, that's also something I want to add to this shop. And other than that, of course, if we tap on a product item here, we should be taken to a brand new screen. And on that screen here, where we'll have a back button, on that screen, I want to show the image here, probably the title of the product, and then, of course, the description text and so on. So simply the detail page of every product we have in the shop. Now, one other thing we'll have in the shop is, of course, a shopping cart. So up here, I want to have that cart icon here, another option in my menu up there. And when we press that cart icon here, of course, I want to go to a new page where I see all cart items. Now, of course, for that, we need to be able to add items to the cart, and adding items to the cart should also be possible either from inside the detail page here, where we have an add to cart button, or directly here. We can decide how we want to do that. But of course, I want to be able to add items to the cart, and when they are in the cart, we can view them here on the cart screen. On the cart screen, we should have some summary at the top where we see the total amount here, total amount of items we have in the cart, so the sum of the values, and then below that, probably a list of the individual items where we have the title and then the quantity, something like this. So this is the cart, and obviously on that cart we should also have some checkout button somewhere which allows us to place an order for the items in the cart. And obviously the cart items here should be deletable and so on. So we should be able to clear them from the cart if we want to. So a shopping cart will be another important part of our shop. Other than that, of course, we want to have orders. And orders can be reached here through our side drawer. That side drawer should allow us to go to the shop, to the orders screen, and also to our products, which we can manage. So our own products, which we want to sell. Now the shop, that's exactly this page up there. The orders, that will be a brand new screen here, where we also have that drawer to, well, go back here to these drawer options, and then in there simply a list of the items or of the orders we placed, where each order has, of course, a total sum, and which we probably then can expand to see all the items that were part of that order, something like this. So if we place an order here with the shopping cart, then in the end that ends up down there in the orders overview. So that's also something I want to add. Now, last but not least, for managing the products here, we'll have another screen in this application, of course. In that screen, we also should be able to reach that drawer to go back and so on. And then here in Manage Products, for one, of course, we see all the products we have here with the images and then the title and so on. And then we have two important options. One option is to edit these products. So these are the products we are offering. So our products. And we can edit them or we can delete them. Deleting should probably present a prompt, "Are you sure?" so that we have a chance of avoiding misclicks. But other than that, Pressing delete simply, well, gets rid of the product. Added, however, just like a plus button, which I want to have here in my top app bar, that should take us to a new screen where we can edit a product. So in there, we should be able to create a brand new product where we enter a title, a description, and so on. So that should all be possible there. In the end, here we can then save this to go back and add the product both to this list here, but also, of course, to the overall shop where it's then presented and where people can buy it. This is the rough overview of the application we'll build. It's a complete application, as you can tell, with a couple of screens and with complex interactions between these screens. We're managing products, for example, in this screen down there. Then we also need products there, but we also need product information here in the orders screen. We need it here in the details screen, and we also need product information in the cart screen. And then we have the cart data, which we of course manage here. We have the order data, which we manage down there in the order screen. And all these complex connections, that is something we'll have to manage, and why we use a different state management system in this module. Because if we would manage all these different kinds of data in the main Dart file and in our main widget there, then we would end up with a very complex main widget, which we would rebuild all the time, no matter what changed, and that's simply not that great. So therefore, we'll have a different state management system, and besides that, and that's also really a core part of this section, we'll of course build a complete application, and we'll learn about some new widgets in there, which we haven't used before. So let's dive right in then.